So I had a pipe smoke sesh this morning and recorded a video, but yeah, technical difficulties. Microphone cable was not plugged in all the way, whatever it was, gave me this buzz. Messed around on the Audacity and Adobe, trying to figure out how to fix it, couldn't fix it. So whatever. But I'm gonna sort of rehash, what I brought up in that video a little bit here. So I got myself some ZYN. And it's the smooth flavor or whatever flavor, I guess, yeah. Which is what I've been using, but I was using VELO. So, and I'm up to 6 milligrams on the VELO, and they didn't have 6 milligrams. They only had 3 milligrams. And I don't want to double up, because I did that before. It was annoying. It didn't even really, I didn't think it really worked. So I went 6 milligrams in the ZYN. Now, I've heard that ZYN is not really the place you want to go to for pouches. Like, they're gay, they're fake, they're gay, and all this. And, those sources are valid. I trust them. But I will say, comparing the two, I like the thinness of the ZYN, and I like the pouches, like the quality of the pouches. They feel like they're done right. The VELOs, they have a thickness to them, like just in general, like they're a lot thicker. Not necessarily like the pouch, but like the filling inside of it is there seems like there's a lot more. So they're more of a bloated pouch. They're not as thin like this. And this just goes right up in your lip. And also, I feel like these ZYN, they stay very well. Like once they get up in there, they stay there, and they have the ability to kind of like mold to your gum a little bit better. I feel like the VELOs, I think because like the thickness or whatever, they don't have that same thing. These almost like get wet and then mold up into your gum, whereas the VELOs are more of a not like having a piece of gum up there, but it's not the same. To be honest, those are minor. I really I do think that this is nicer. Like the ZYN like is nicer in that sense. But the VELOs do have a difference in their packaging, where they don't have a lock system like the ZYN has, like where it actually locks on. But they have like a top that pops up on top, a lip on top of the can, on top of the lid, that is a storage when you want to spit them out. So if you want to get rid of them, you're not trying to spit them out in litter. I think that's good. I think these are probably biodegradable if I had to guess. I don't know, but I don't think you should be spitting them out anyways. So there's some minor differences. I haven't really tasted a difference in the flavoring. I guess maybe like smooth is pretty like across the board. It's going to be the same thing. Now that said, I have tasted a little bit of an initial flavor that's different. It's hard to really point out what it is, to be honest. But usually it just goes away. And so maybe it's the pouch, like the initial pouch. But yeah, I think the way the pouch sits up in your mouth, your gum, I'm getting a better traction or whatever, like it's connection in there, right? I'm getting a better connection, and it's it's possible this is why, but I feel like I'm getting a better nicotine boost because of that. I feel like the nicotine is entering my system a lot easier with these ZYN, unless their measurements are somehow different, that, either one or the other, like the ZYN is higher than 6 milligrams, or the VELO is not actually 6 milligrams. I don't know. But yeah, I've actually found it hard to leave these in for the amount of time I usually leave them in, which I usually try to leave them in for around the 20-minute mark, which is what the VELOs say. I don't know if these have a recommendation. It says place an upper lip, enjoy up to 1 hour. Yeah, that's way more than the VELO. The VELO says 20 minutes. And I also find myself getting a little, I don't know, like after 20 minutes, I'm kind of like not feeling, I don't know, you get like sleepy or something like that. It's hard to explain. I'm not dizzy or anything, but it's just, yeah. So anyway, I guess white liberal women are up to protesting at Target once again. Didn't we have white liberal women? No. We had Target acting like white liberal women when they were selling transgender children's underwear. Yeah, that's the thing. So I guess maybe these white liberal women think like Target's supposed to be on their side, and so they're going and they're buying salt, and then they're getting in the guest return line. And this is supposed to somehow signal to Target that they shouldn't be allowing ICE to utilize their facility or their parking lot or whatever. There may be more to it. Maybe they don't want ICE members shopping there and such. Maybe a lot of ICE members, they think, are using their bathroom, and then it's enabling them to, stay in the area and continue to conduct their investigations longer. If they didn't have a restroom to go to like Target, or a place to go and sit down and enjoy a Starbucks coffee, maybe they would not, maybe they'd skedaddle skadoot, you know what I mean? I don't know. It's hard, you can't get inside the mind of these liberal women. It is another universe. It's a sort of outer realm, you know what I mean? It's not, you can't, I don't recommend it even. I do not recommend attempting to sort of understand the mind and get inside there. I think it's filled with witchery, wicked witchery. I think that's sort of like the closest thing I can understand about these women is that they're witchery, they're witchy in their being. They want to murder and sacrifice babies and children and destroy them from their womb. They want to yell and screech and scream and catfight, and they act like children. They act like a child is throwing a tantrum, for not getting its way or something. It's almost like you think, well, if these women had fathers who raised them to not scream and not pampered and do whatever they want, if they had husbands that would, lay down the law and be a husband and rule their wives well, we might not have this holdup in the customer service line at our precious Target. You got to go to Target. Target. Nice thing about Target is it feels homey, it feels comfortable, it feels down to earth. But it's not dirty. It doesn't feel like a Walmart, especially not a Kmart. We know why Kmart went out of business. But you can get your toilet paper, you can find a t-shirt here or there, you can get a jacket maybe, you can go to the food section, they have good deals on cereal. I don't eat much cereal these days, but you can find good deals on cereal there. And I've gotten some meats even. But these women are just, they're witchy, So I think we need to really I would like to see society really stand up to these women more. I've seen this happening online. I see some posts of these things, and it brings joy to my heart, right? They need to sit down. They need to be put in their place. And I'm talking about a loving, method of doing that. I'm not talking about violence or anything like that. So don't hear me wrong. But leave the poor Target people alone. Like, what? It's so weird. They're just making a scene. They're just making a scene. I think because Target is like a nationally known store, the word can spread. People know what it is. People understand. And then they want Target to come out, in favor of them or something like this. Like if you're like the CEO of Target, right? If you're like some higher ups in Target, are you really wanting to like go against federal mandated, like federal law, like federal plans of civil adjudication, civil like acts? Like we federally have this voted into office. Trump ran on this thing, right? To deport the illegals. Do you really want to go against the president of the United States and all of his voting population and like stop ICE? I don't. It is so retarded. I hope Target does, and I hope they grow some balls, and they don't. The other thing I wanted to talk about, and I mentioned in the previous video, which is no longer with us, Don Lemon. So Don Lemon went to this church, and they sat down in the pews apparently, and in the middle of the service decided they're going to get up, and this is all planned and orchestrated, but they got up and they started to protest within the church, the minister and the petitioners, for supporting ICE. And they said, isn't this our freedom of speech, our public right to protest and this and that? They're inside of a worship service. They disrupted a worship service on the Lord's Day. And there were children crying because of there's been violence against churches. These churches have been a little bit on edge as of late because of this. So this was not like them standing outside with signs and whatnot. That would be a different thing. This is going inside and fully disrupting the worship service of God. I mean, I'm surprised that God didn't strike any of them down, you know what I mean? To be honest with you. But I'm hoping that there will be prosecution. I'm hoping there will be jail sentences. It sounds like that could happen. I listened to a couple of podcasts about this, but it sounds like that could happen. I hope it does. This might change a little bit of my mind when it comes to one of my previous videos about being black-pilled. I don't think the government is doing much. They're not doing a whole lot. There's a lot of uproar and TikTok situations where you see, there's stuff happening, but I really hope these people don't win, and I really hope that they go to jail, especially Don Lemon. And, I feel like that's where he wants to be. Wouldn't he want to be there? I think he's gay. So he would have a nice little peaceful place to his own with a cellmate, I'm sure, and they'd have their time together doing what they do. I don't know what they do. So yeah, let's see Don Lemon in jail. Let's see the rest of them in jail, and let's take care of this. See, I got to get the ZYN out. It's already, I'm buzzing. You know what I'm saying? Some bugs. But yeah, I just want to see some action taken. If you don't shut these people down, they're just going to keep it up. They're just going to get worse, keep going. The left can't think that was a successful, what would be the word? They can't think that was a mission accomplished. They can't think that, oh yes, this worked. This is going to we're going to continue to do this. Churches need to lock their doors. They need to have security. They need to be asking and questioning any strangers, within reason. We want the gospel to go forward. We want strangers to hear the gospel. We don't want protesters and witches coming in to attack us during the worship of Christ. We don't want to upset the bride of Christ with these morons. So that's more or less the video. I did just get a mic. I got a brand new mic. I got a DJI mic set up. So this should not ever happen again. This issue I had with the last one, that was really upsetting. It was spicy. It was a little bit. I got a little more spicy in that one. But I saw I've been getting some views on these talking head videos. These sort of ranting, sit down and chat, fireside chat, if you will. Smoke, Papa ZYN videos. So I hope people like them and they stick around. Subscribe, comment below. Let's get some interaction because I want to talk with the people. I want to discuss these things with the people. I appreciate comments. People they inform me about things and it's helpful. It's nice to hear. You're making a connection with people when you're having these interactions and comments and things. But I'm not going to berate you with all the typical YouTuber asks and social media begging. I'm probably going to go back to the VELOs, to be honest, just on that note. We'll see. I don't know. The ZYN's been good. Maybe I'll try a 3 milligram ZYN. Maybe the ZYN is stronger. I'll just try a 3 milligram. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know. Is there other ones that should try? Should I try like Alp, or I've seen another one called Sesh. I think Grizzly, which is like the chewing tobacco company, they've got one too. But I like the sort of the VELO flavor. It's sort of fruity, I guess. They're kind of sweet, to be honest. They are kind of sweet. Like the ZYNs are not as sweet. Anyway, guys, hit the gym. I've been hitting the gym. It's been good. It's been really good for me. I do a lot of walking. You should start walking and hitting the gym. And then when you're sitting at your desk gaming or watching YouTube or whatever else you're doing, chatting in Twitch, and Rumble, you can feel better about yourself and not feel like you're just like a total, chronically online dude. When they accuse you of being chronically online, you go, hey man, I got 10,000 steps and I hit the gym, so whatever. You can type that in the comment section on X while you eat your steak and your beef. Get your proteins in. You know what I'm saying? Get your proteins in. All right, you guys stay up.